Hi everyone, it's Aston Villa versus Manchester City. Both sides have not exactly been that great recently. I mean, before we even talk about Villa, Man City, one win in 11 games is... Well, it's territory you'd find with City maybe 20 years ago in League One. It's not something you expect in 2024 after they've done things like win the treble. They've had an incredible time with Pep Guardiola, but this season, especially this last month, has been dismal, including losing to their own rivals at home, with conceding 2 goals with like a couple of minutes to go, thanks to the brilliance of Amad Diallo. Meanwhile, Aston Villa, we have been all over the place, I feel. Results have just... Ever since the Bournemouth game, I've referenced this before, but I still go back to it. Ever since the Bournemouth game at home, Villa have kind of been mainly downhill, a couple ups here, but it's not... We've not really recovered, I don't think, since the Bournemouth result. And if you don't know what that was, Bournemouth at Villa Park got a last-second equaliser, and it completely stung Villa. It felt like a defeat. And since that run, we weren't very good. We lost 4 in a row, including a League Cup game to Palace. 2 draws against again Palace at home and Juve. I mean, we didn't win for ages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In fact, we were winless in 8, and we finally beat Brentford at home in like an enthralling 3-1 home win. Scored 3 goals in 35 minutes. Play Southampton. I don't think we were super convincing at Southampton, but again, it was another win. It was back-to-back wins in the Premier League, and we then beat Leipzig away in the Champions League. And maybe you think, Villa finally turned the corner. It's 3 wins in a row. But then classic Villa comes back, and we play Forest and completely crumble in the last 10 minutes of the game, conceding 3 goals, one of them offside. I thought it was a harsh offside anyway. It was really close. And I really cannot wait until we've got the what do you call it? The automatic offside. I think that'll be massive for the Premier League, because we had to wait a long time anyway. But yeah, it would just seem to knock us, even though we didn't actually technically concede the goal because the goal's ruled out. We played as if it counted. It's really bizarre. And yeah, every time Forest came forward, it looked like they were going to score again and again and again. I mean, we've got to be more defensive resolute than that. And in the very same game, Emi Martinez probably makes save of the season. And it unfortunately, all for nothing, because we ended up losing the game quite pathetically. You could argue there's a foul on Cash for the final goal. I don't really care, because we're still not good enough, and we probably still would have found another way to lose. But yeah, that's out the way with Villa. I would have said I'm positive going into this. I would have said it. If it weren't for the fact Manchester City have dropped Kyle Walker. And I think that is a pivotal change. Why he's done it against Villa, I don't know. Because Kyle Walker has started and played virtually every game, and they've been terrible in all those games. Why Villa he's decided to make that change, I don't know. But I think it's a big change, because he has been terrible. Kyle Walker's even responded on Instagram, because a lot of City fans have gone after him, and I know like fans get a bit passionate sometimes and can probably say things that they probably don't mean, but he has been terrible. You could probably pinpoint half the City goals they concede, and Kyle Walker has something to do with them. So that's I think an important change for them. No Kevin De Bruyne, so you can look at that. But then he's had injury issues this season. I still don't think we've had a fully fit Kevin De Bruyne for a very long time. If we lose today, I got a bad feeling. I got a really bad feeling. Anyway, I'll read some of my chat. I'm live on both YouTube and TikTok. Dean said, nice and positive, 3-1 to see. The positivity is here. And Bo says, hi, mate. The lineup's very strong. I'll go into that. Maybe because he played for us. That's the only reason I can think of. Confidence, I think, says Bo. Robin Hood FC is us. Kieran says 2-0 Villa. Alex says, what is your... Oh, the lineup's fine. Our lineup's fine. That's the sad part. I think it's arguably our strongest lineup, but it's classic Villa, and that's what I'm worried about. Classic Villa, Rail said Forest. They did play very well. Forest are very good at home. but you cannot collapse in the way that we did and expect it to be. No team can accept that. You can't concede 3 goals in 10 minutes. We completely fell to pieces. You think scoring? Well, my score prediction, my heart is saying we win 2-1, right? But my head is saying that we lose 2-1. Either way, I think Duran will get a goal. Duran has scored, I think, in each of his last 3 starts for Aston Villa, and he's been very good this season. One of the few, actually, really consistent players for Villa this season. I think consistency has been the thing that we've been lacking. So I think Duran will get a goal. City will score. I really hope it's not Grealish. For it to be Grealish would absolutely kill me. I can't lie. That will feel like we concede like 5 goals. So as long as it's not Grealish, I don't care. Whenever a team's on a bad run, Villa will be there to get them back on track, mate. We are Robin Hood FC. Robin Hood FC. Villa usually give teams who are struggling. We do. We do. It's sad. It's true, man. It's true. Ipswich, I remember. Well, they didn't beat us. They very nearly did. It was a 2-2 draw at Portman Road, and they were far better than Villa on the day. And like, it just felt like, why are we doing that? We're giving them the confidence for no reason. They were winless. It was only, I think Spurs got their win away at Spurs. That was weeks after they played Villa. It's just something that we just often do, and it drives me insane. Will there be a first half goal? Well, both sides are dismal defensively, so I would bank on that, yeah. And Aaron said the league are all Villa fans this match. Let's hope, mate. My score prediction, I'll nail it on. I'll say 2-1 Man City. I'll say 2-1 Man City. I just got a bad feeling about today. It's just honestly, it's just typical Villa that we lose this kind of game. I'll go through the lineup. I actually like the lineup today. I've got no fault with that. The lineup's actually really strong. Not a lot of pace. I did say that in my TikTok video. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Martinez in goal. Cash, Konza, Torres, Digne. I think Pau and Konza are our best centre-back partnership in my opinion. Anana and Kamara make up the pivot. We're going to see Tielemans on one side, McGinn the other, with Rodgers behind Duran. We could also see McGinn behind Duran, Rodgers on the wing, and Tielemans on the other wing. It depends how it's going to go. We've seen both, so it's a coin flip basically on what's going to happen there. Either way, we don't really have the pace. I would prefer Rodgers on the wing. I think he does better on the wing personally. Gives him more freedom. But yeah, we'll see. For them, Ortega in goal, Vardiel, Akanji, John Stones, and Rico Lewis. Kovacic and Gundogan make up a pivot, with Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva behind Erling Haaland, who, despite being up there with the goals this season, hasn't actually had a great return recently. Dare I say that? Dare I say that? I do play FPL, but I haven't touched it in a while. I always do this every year. I accidentally just start playing it. Smash Talk says 2-1 Villa today. Aaron says 2-0 Villa. Tielemans and Watkins goals. Well, Duran is starting, so it'd have to be Watkins off the bench. Hang on, we have a bot in chat again, which I'm going to have to go and remove. Give me a second. I got Jonathan Morley on my TikTok straight away. Bear with me. Watkins should be starting, says Aaron, and I'd rather Powell and Mings and Konza right. Konza right back is not a good idea. I've seen enough of Konza right back. I love Konza. He's just not a fullback. In the nicest way, he's not a fullback. And watching this game in my Blues top, of course you're watching the Villa, because why not? You watch the best team in Birmingham. 1-1 until a 90+6 Watkins goal. I've seen a lot of people tell me a draw is quite is on the cards, and I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up as a draw, but I feel like something's going to give. City have been poor, Villa have been poor. I feel like one of those teams will push. Hopefully it will be the former. Sharky says, why do you think we haven't kicked on this season? I was expecting much more. Good question. I think there's a few factors, and I've brought this up in videos before, right? Some people might laugh at it, but I genuinely think the sale of Diaby has affected us a lot more than what people want to admit. I think Diaby, you go back, and this is something I did. Go back and look at Villa's goals last season, and notice Diaby's involvement. Even if it's not the goal, the assist, He's always in the build-up. Even if it's on the other side of the pitch, right? He's always involved. And I feel like missing Diaby has been massively impactful for Villa this season. And a lot of people were like, oh, but he's inconsistent, and there are some games he didn't play very well, some games he did play very well, and you want consistency. But I genuinely think missing Diaby has affected us. And Diaby and Bailey pushed each other. And this season, Bailey's had the biggest drop-off compared to last season, where Bailey was brilliant. So that's my opinion. Guys, we've got 176 of you in the TikTok live. I appreciate your support as always. If you haven't already, please do double tap the screen. We're about to be underway at Villa Park for Aston Villa against Manchester City. Come on, you Villa boys. Let's get into them. And City have kicked off. Ortega clears long as City went all the way back to their keeper. Still reading more comments, so I apologise. I'll try and get through to everyone. Kamikaze. Oh, chance for Duran already! John Duran! Oh, he's wasted it. Duran had a one-on-one within 15 seconds. What is going on? What is going on? It's a back pass. Duran's in on goal, but he rushes it. He rushes his shot. In 15 seconds, Villa had a one-on-one. How he's missed that as well. John Duran has to score that. It's a terrible back pass. How on earth has Duran missed that? It's an absolute disaster for City. Villa have a corner in the first minute. It was Vardy with the back pass, someone who's been so consistent for Man City throughout this, poor bit of form. It was his back pass. It should have led to a Villa goal. Inside 15 seconds, corner Villa, near post, header! Off the bar! Villa hit the crossbar! What is going on? They checked the goal line technology. It doesn't go over the line. It's another Villa corner. Villa have had two massive chances inside the first minute to score. What a save that is from Ortega. Duran has a one-on-one inside the first 15 seconds of the game, and a flick header at the near post is tipped onto the crossbar. Man City have had a terrible start to this game, but it is still 0-0. How we've not scored. Another corner comes in, punched away. It's going to be a third corner in a row for Aston Villa. Ortega not super confident there. And I've got a very annoying bot in stream, which I'm going to try and have to deal with. Oh, goodness me. My phone is also not working. Brilliant. I hate the bots, man. Corner for Villa on the far side. Tielemans will take it. Oh, smashing header by Onana goes over. Amadou Onana not far away. Oh, fucking hell, man. And I tell you what, it's a decent opportunity for Onana. I wouldn't call it a free header, but it's in the middle of the box, and he gets good contact to the header, puts it over. I'm still trying to settle into the game and give you guys facts and stuff about the lineup, and then straight away Villa playing this rock and roll football, and we should have scored. This is unbelievable start to the game. Anyway, I've missed loads of chats, so I apologise. Flatcat says, the Villa got a good feeling about today. City is struggling, we're on the rise. Kamikaze says, Duran's a good player, but he happy after one goal, no desire to get more. That's a very controversial take. And these second choice keepers are always so good against us. I mean, Ortega has already got his weekly wage earned with that save. It's an unbelievable save at point blank range onto his crossbar. How he's made that inside the first minute of a game is ridiculous. I don't even think Ederson makes that save. That's the most crazy part about that. But it's a great start for Villa, but still no goal for Aston Villa. And we do concede very poor possession there as Pau Torres was pressed and has put it out of play for a Manchester City throw-in. Oh, Dean. Dean thinks it's going to be one of those games for Villa. I'd rather... See, there is a way to lose a game or not win, and I'd rather... I'd rather one not fall to pieces, and I'd rather Villa actually still play well, right? Because, results can be inconsistent sometimes. A result also doesn't represent how a game goes. I just want this consistency in a performance, and I want this to continue throughout the game. I don't want Villa to put the foot off the pedal at any point. I just want Villa to play well. Here's all I'm trying to say. Freddie says, not a bad start. I thought it was in. I was up screaming, then I realised, he saved onto the crossbar. I did see that. Grealish is getting booed by the Villa fans. Grealish against Matty Cash. Jack Grealish goes for a goal, puts it wide at the whole 10. I ban and block all these, by the way, but there's always another person who comes out the woodwork. Another bot. Always another bot. I'm sick to death of them. Guys, I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. Feel free to watch them both. We've got 268 live viewers on TikTok. You guys have been amazing. If you haven't as well, maybe follow the account. You know, there's not many Villa channels on TikTok, but I'm one of them. Give me a follow. Villa give the ball away cheaply again. Edge of the box. Jack Grealish. Good tackle from Cash, but we don't get it away. Great tackle. Onana again, but it's still very scrappy for Aston Villa. Tielemans, that's a nice pass though. Gets a 1-2 with John Duran. Sprays a great ball to McGinn. Villa on the attack. John McGinn, not the quickest. What a ball towards Duran. Great interception by Akanji. Villa get another corner. That pass from McGinn was absolutely pinpoint perfect, but Akanji does really well to read it. Villa get a corner. Man, this game has been very, very exciting very early on. This is, for the neutral, I will say, this must be just what you want to see very early on into a Saturday. All of the keepers trying to keep up with Martinez after a second win for the keeper of the year, says Dean. Nobody keeping a clean. Yeah, Lulu, I think you got it spot on. Especially with how the defences have been this season. I don't think either team are going to get a clean sheet. Oh, my days, man. This is heart-racing stuff. Digne corner towards that near post. No one gets the head onto it, though. Edge of the box, though. Kamara, heavy overhit pass, and Kamara goes out for a goal kick. He's really overcooked that. That's a really poor ball from Kamara. It's one of those where, like, straight away it comes off his foot and you know it's just not going to find its target. And for the third time already, can people piss off? But I've banned, I must have banned hundreds. The goal line technology, it is about an inch from being over the line. That's ridiculous. It was a Pau Torres header, clawed off the line, barely off the line by Ortega. The goal line technology, the majority of the ball is over the line, but the whole ball has to be over the line. Man, that's frustrating to see. Very nearly the opening goal for Villa. And that is why I think the players surrounded the referee saying, well, you know, they thought the ball was in. The referee pointed to his watch. I didn't realise it was that close to going in for Aston Villa. Just literally an inch or two from being over the line. Fantastic save, Ortega. Oh, man. John Duran for Villa goes for an early shot. And it's another save. I'm still frustrated with his miss, by the way. Duran missed a huge chance for Aston Villa within the first few seconds of the game for a terrible back pass from Vardiol. But he just rushed his shot, and I still don't really know why. I have gone through the starting 11 of both teams, mate. I already went through them. And like I said, I think it's a very strong Villa outfit today. We got John McGinn out wide. He was trying to feed John Duran in Villa's last attack as well. Yeah. It's not a bad lineup for Villa, I'll put it that way. Foden. The right hand side, Bernardo Silva against Digne. 1-on-1, step over. Villa have everyone defending, really. Even John Duran is 35 yards from goal. Terry says Villa are going to pay for early misses. It's classic Villa, isn't it? Grealish goes down under a challenge, and the whole 10 crowd didn't like that one. Thoughts on McGinn wide? I think it'll be good due to his work rate. There are positives McGinn provides out wide, but he's not the quickest. That's what I will say. Jack Grealish with his typical feels a slight touch and goes down, but it does get City a free kick. And I'm sure Matty Cash knows Grealish very well from obviously the Villa days as well as training and stuff. He knows he's going to go down under the slightest thing. And Grealish goes down if you breathe too hard. That is unfortunately true. My earlier good feelings looking justified so far, so Flapcat. That's true. It is a free kick to City though, and they've not created anything so far. But this is a decent opportunity. It's a free kick out wide, so they've got to cross it into the box here. It's going to be Phil Foden. Left-footed, good ball actually. Pau Torres has to do really well to head it. It's not up there. It's away. Sorry, it's up rather than away. And again, it's still not really clear. Kanji. City forced backwards a little bit, but they get another chance to put that ball into the box. They play it out wide again. It's Bernardo Silva against Morgan Rogers. Digne behind him. Back to Akanji. Gets the 1-2. They're really trying to patiently play through Aston Villa right now, but Villa have everyone back defending. Akanji's cross, cleared by Torres. Flicked away by Digne. It's just, we give the ball away a little bit cheaply, in my opinion. Then a very silly free kick given away by Onana. Really? It's unnecessary by Onana to do that. It's a really soft... Well, look, it is a foul, but there's no need for it. There's no need for it. It's another free kick to City. This one more centrally towards the goal. Again, you wouldn't expect a player to shoot from here, but... just can't clear the ball, and it'd be typical Villa to concede from a goal like this, where Villa have had chances to clear it, and we choose not to. On guard, if Villa loses, Max is getting banned. On guard, if Villa lose to this City side, then Unai Emery should be okay. Let's not go that far. Free kick, Gundogan, right-footed. Rogers heads it up towards his own goal, and it's going to be a corner. What do City want? City are surrounding the referee. I don't even know what for. Are they wanting a penalty? I don't know what they want here. Well, VAR have checked it already. I think it's a collision with Konza in the box. You can't give that. I can't even see where a foul is. I don't know how you can give that. Corner to City. They've had a little bit of the ball now the last 2 minutes because Villa just can't seem to clear the ball. Gundogan corner, right-footed. It's a poor ball. Doesn't beat the first man. Good header away by Cash. Grealish. The boos surround Grealish again. City go backwards towards Rico Lewis. We need to not allow City to settle into the game, and right now that's exactly what they're doing. Grealish against McGinn. Oh, they've done well, actually. Grealish on the byline now. Onana having to cover across. Good pullback. Kovacic goes for goal. Good save. Martinez. I mean, if you go to football, you realise every former player gets booed. It's not a Grealish thing. Every former player gets booed. If City play Chelsea, Kovacic is getting booed, This happens all the time. Edison. Ooh, offside goes up anyway, but I say Edison. I forgot it's Ortega and goal. Not the greatest of headers away, actually, but City saved by an offside flag. Fair enough, Kieran. Not a great game for it. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the occasion. Akanji for City. 13 minutes into the games. Aston Villa 0, Man City 0. Still within that first minute of the game. It's the best chances of the game. Duran with a one-on-one inside 15 seconds. He did force a decent save out of Ortega, but he's got to score it. He just seemed to rush the occasion. Maybe he just didn't realise he's actually one-on-one so early into a game. And then from the following corner, Pau Torres' header clawed off the line by Ortega. The ball's like an inch or two away from going in. Another free kick to City given on the halfway line. Phil Foden still yet to score or get an assist this season. Hopefully saying that doesn't bite me in the arse, but it is true. Had a dismal Euros, Phil Foden, despite starting every single game, which drove me and probably the country insane. We know that first goal, game over for me now, says Dean. We've still got a long way to go. Look, I've been quite negative about this game, right? But we've still got a long way to go, and I think Villa have had the best chance of the game, best two chances of the game. And we'll see how this game develops. Grealish against Cash, enters the box. Two Villa players on him, gets tackled brilliantly. But then we give it away poorly, and this has been kind of the highlight of so early on in this game, that we win the ball in our final third, but then we give it straight back to City, or we struggle to clear the ball and City have another opportunity and we give a foul away. That's been like the consistent part of the game so far, and it's a bit frustrating. Vardiol back towards Ortega. Duran presses Ortega. Oh, not far away from a tackle on Ortega there as well. And Vardiel under pressure. Oh, Grealish again with another tumble. Another tumble from Jack Grealish. And the referee calls over Matty Cash. He might get a booking here. We knew we wouldn't win. We came looking for a goal, and we got it. At least we're better than Noah FC. It's another talking to with Cash. It's good refereeing, I think. In my opinion, it's good refereeing because he's had a couple nibbles at Grealish, but like you've got to remember Grealish. He goes down very soft, so the referees have to take that into consideration. Like these are like half fouls. Most players wouldn't throw themselves to the ground under a challenge like that, but Grealish is good at doing that. And I think that's why the referee has made that decision to give Cash a warning, literally on the basis of Grealish's what he likes to do. And Grealish has lost the ball here under pressure. McGinn into Rodgers, and that's the high press with Cash finally not fouling Jack Grealish, but winning the ball. Love to see Cashy smashing. Says Bedwards. That's tickled me, that. I can't lie. City well and truly settled now, says Dean. And when Grealish did that for us, we loved him for it. That's true. That's true. Kind of like Martinez, right? Emi Martinez, if you play for your club, you love him. If you go against him, you hate him. What a ball that is! Villa are in! It's Rodgers! 1-on-1! Square! John Duran! Yeah! Yeah! It's Captain Chaos! John Duran! Who else? Who else would score for Aston Villa right now? It's Starboy! It's John Duran, the Colombian man! What a goal! Villa on the break, ripping Man City apart. Love that! Come on, Villa! What a goal, Super John Duran! And he just loves scoring. That's his fourth start in a row at where he scored a goal. You have to start this man more often. He scores goals. That's what he does. And Morgan Rodgers deserves way more credit as well. What a run. What a ball. Perfectly cushioned for Super John Duran. Left-footed through Ortega. 1-0 Aston Villa. Come on, the boys. Yes. Let's go. John Duran's on my mind. And his Villa's number 9. What a goal. What a goal. And it's Man City causing their issues again. Akanji. I tell you what, man, their backline this season has just been absolutely dismal. And it's, we're 17 minutes into a game and we've caught them out already 3 times. 3 times. Pau Torres was an inch or 2 away from putting Villa 1-0 up inside the first 45 seconds of the game. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Duran is so much better than Watkins. I mean, I'm not going to say that. I just think Duran is just is more of a poacher than Ollie Watkins, and I back him more to score those one-on-ones. In my honest opinion. Do you think Cash will get booked? All he wants to do is kick Grealish, says Tony. It's a little bit of both. He's been a bit physical with Grealish, but you got to remember Grealish loves to go down under the slightest touch. So it's a bit of both. Grealish cross, headed away by Konza. And it could be a counter-attack for Villa. It's Morgan Rodgers, the man you'd want to carry the ball. Skips past Rico Lewis. Fouled by Lewis. Free kick Aston Villa on the halfway line. Morgan Rodgers, what a man he is. All on his own. Skips past Rico Lewis, who's apparently one of the best young players in the Premier League. Skips past him like he's a ghost. Oh, man. Oh, what a start to this game. My voice is gone already. My voice is already gone. Oh, my life. What an unbelievable start to this game. And a stat I didn't want to see is points won from behind this season. Man City have the most. Man City literally have the most. Guys, we have 302 in the live chat on TikTok. If you haven't already, please do hit that follow button. That like button. You can watch it on YouTube. We have stats. I will now put them on screen. We have stats on screen for everyone to enjoy. And I'm going to have a look at them actually now. as I set them up. And I mean, the XG is already fairly high for Villa in a 0.26 compared to City's 0.07. Oh, man, what a start to this game. Bloody hell. Did Lewis get booked? I don't think he did. Because I think it's his first foul, so I don't think he got a booking. Who scored? John Duran put Villa 1-0 up. Super John Duran. What a ball that is, by the way. I've just seen this pass from Tielemans into Rodgers. That is an unbelievable pass right through the heart of Manchester City. And the camera pans to Pep Guardiola as he turns away in disgust as Villa scored. Wow. Love that. And Duran's celebrations are always just top tier. I love it. I love John Duran, man. He's such a top player. You know, most teams struggle to get one top striker, and Villa have two of them. That's unbelievable. Thanks to the roses from our RPG Gamers. And Villa without Duran is Forest without Wood. That's actually a funny comment. I like that. Long ball forward by Martinez. I just hope we don't take him off, because we took off Duran against Forest and fell to pieces. So I hope we don't. I hope we don't. Villa's attack just completely fell off as soon as he went off. And to be fair, look, we did make midfield changes as well in that game, but you know we lost all our attack. Just went as soon as he was subbed off. Man City was 78% of the ball, 78% of the ball, and they haven't had a shot. Or at least a shot notable. Yeah, I think Grealish had one wide, and yeah, they've had nothing of note. Is what I need to say there. Despite all the ball that City have had. But it is still Aston Villa 1, Manchester City 0. John Duran with the goal to separate the two sides. Oh, man. I'm just sorting out my stats now. So, possession, yeah, very heavy. We've had way more shots than there. We've had 5 to their 2, 4 on target to their 1. And you know what? If it weren't for a ridiculous save from Ortega, Villa probably very easily could have been 2-0 up here. And John Duran had another huge chance to make it 1-0 inside the first minute. So we've definitely more than deserved this lead so far into this game. Just pass it around the back, give it to the wide players, and give it away and repeat. Yeah, City's backline just... It's unbelievable. It doesn't feel real watching them, honestly, because I've known how good they've been, and everyone's known how good they've been for years. But their defense has been, resolute, always has been under a Pep system. And no matter who they've got in their backline, they are terrible defensively. They are absolutely terrible defensively. Guardiola is a top player, and then he gives Duran a one-on-one inside 15 seconds of a game with a back pass. The first pass he makes in the game is literally giving John Duran a one-on-one. Like that's just not a City thing to do. It's so bizarre to me. Guardiola to Las Palmas. Here we go. Before we laugh at the jokes, it is 1-0, and it is against a side who have won more points from losing positions than any team in the Premier League this season. So this does not mean anything just yet. It's a good start for Villa, but we need to still keep up the consistency. We still need to basically play well. We need our levels to not drop. Long ball over top towards Vardiel. It's out of play. And Villa get a throw in deep inside the half. How you doing, bloody demon? What's good, man? Unai says, breaking the Premier League have called off their legal case against City's Guardiola's side will get themselves relegated anyway. Was Duran's goal good, mate? Missing the game. It was fantastic. Lovely long ball through the middle by Tielemans, which created the chance into Rodgers, and Rodgers put it square for Duran to slot the ball down the middle of the goal. It's a perfect counter-attacking goal. And Tielemans, the pass of Tielemans and the run of Rodgers, it literally perfect thing. To play a ball on the floor direct like that in that situation from Tielemans was absolutely disgusting. And he's one of our best midfielders for a reason. Genuinely. Oh man, what a game. It has slowed down the last couple of minutes here. Grealish gets past Cash. Hey! Grealish has a shot and it goes for a throw-in. He does, you know what? He does really well to get past Cash, but his shot goes for a throw-in. Oh dear. He has a wry smile on his face for that. That was terrible. Oh my days. He's never been, even at his peak in his Villa career, he was never known for his finishing, was he? But to have a shot go for the throw-in is quite funny. I can't lie. Awkward ball back to Martinez. Villa just about clear long. I don't like that. It's just an unnecessary back pass under pressure, and we concede the throw-in. I'd rather concede the throw-in than the goal. I always say, put it in Rosette. If in doubt, in those situations, put it Rosette, because countless times players give the ball away, and it leads to a goal. So just, put it out for a throw-in if you need to. Like John Stones for Villa. I wish. John Stones for City into Akanji. Back towards Stones. Villa pressing with Duran and John McGinn covering the simple short passes. Rico Lewis, though, is found as he drops into place. Lewis back towards Stones. 25 gone. Still 1-0 to Villa. This BCFC Jason, he's such a troll, man. He's quite funny, I can't lie. I kind of rate it, It's John Stones. Once again. Trying to dictate play. No Ruben Diaz for Manchester City as well. I think it's quite key. I think he's a good defender for them. Grealish into Gundogan. Oh, man. What a game. What a game this has been. I've been able to breathe because there's not many chances since the goal. Villa nearly nicked the ball off City, though. Villa just trying to press City in awkward positions, and we nearly rub it off them again. Long ball into Grealish. I think we're giving Grealish a bit too much space and freedom. I can't lie. He's been allowed to get players involved on this left-hand side, and I'd rather double up on Grealish. That's how teams played against us. You can marshal Grealish out of the game and you double up on him, but so many times he's just been left one-on-one with Matty Cash. And once again, it's another long ball out to Grealish. Cash is there. John McGinn providing support behind. Gavardio, what a ball that is. Good header away towards Haaland, but a good clearance header. John Duran now has to put the ball out of play again under pressure. For goodness sake, Villa conceding just too many throw-ins and too many chances. We're just allowing City to have. Once again, Akanji finds Grealish on this left-hand side. And Grealish finds the boost from the whole 10. Every time. Oh, man. Kovacic into Stones. Villa. I like the shape, actually. It's very defensive. Good goalkeeping, Martinez. As Konza just shepherds the ball back to Emi Martinez, who I think is one of the best at sweeper keeping. Konza a little bit hurt, though, from that passage of play. Up the Villa says ice cream, and I hope Arsenal slip up as well. Let's calm down. Are you a Liverpool fan? Tielemans does give the ball away again. It's just we need to not to lose possession so cheaply is just not good enough, really. How many times, man, in this game already? We've got a full 90 minutes, and if we're gonna keep doing this, we will concede a goal. Especially with how our defense has been this season, anyway. We can't play like this, really. This isn't sustainable. We've got to keep the ball more. And we're allowing City to have so much possession, it's crazy. Ball back to Ortega in goal. Villa are trying to press. But again, City find the easy short pass rather than go for anything direct and long. What was the 40-yarder man goal like? I don't know what you mean. No Chelsea. Chelsea fan. Are Chelsea in a title race? I'll ask my chat that. Are Chelsea in a title race? Because they seem to say that they're not, right? But they're up there. And if they don't make top 3, top 4 from this position, it is a bottle. So at the very least, there's that. And if they carry on winning games, they'll get the same treatment as Arsenal if they don't win the league. But that would mean they have to go above Liverpool, and they could easily do that with the run they've got. Silva's ball into Grealish. He keeps it alive, Grealish, but Matty Cash will pinch the ball off him. What's the title? It's just like the Chelsea thing today. Duran, that's a good ball into Rodgers. Villa could start an attack here. Tielemans, out wide to Digne. Top 4 on conference winners. I mean, it's a lot easier to win the Conference League now because you've got no Europa League team dropping into it. We had Olympiacos drop from the Europa League into the competition and beat us. You won't have that this time. So it's a lot easier to win. And the Europa League, in fairness as well, will also be a lot easier to win because no Champions League team will drop into it. So there's like positive changes made from the new format. Offside flag shown for Digne of all players. You said we have an easy one. We have Everton away. Everton away is not a hard game. It might be a hard game for Chelsea historically, but it's not a hard game. Considering the teams that you have to play this season, that's not... Come on, really? Everton, really? We had Olympiacos, Ajax and Lille. They got actual farmers from Kazakhstan. They got teams I've not heard of. They played Noah's Ark. It's crazy. Grealish against Cash. Gets the cross in. It does pain me to say this, but Grealish has played really well so far in this game. Every time City have had a chance, it's been through Jack Grealish, and it does pain me to say that. But it's because we're just allowing him to have so much of the ball and so much freedom. That's the only part of the game plan I've not understood so far. Like I've watched Villa a lot with Grealish, and you'd never see him do well when you double up, triple up on him. If he's one-on-one with a defender, that's his bread and butter, that is. And against Cash, who I don't think is the best defensively, it's just... it's not a comfortable situation, I think, for Villa right now. And there's a reason why they're looking for Grealish all the time down this left-hand side. In fact, they've barely used the right-hand side the last 20 minutes of the game. Very young squad, defence and keeper, not good enough for Champions of England. Yeah, I think Sanchez is definitely not one of the best keepers in the league, in the nicest way of putting that. Grealish into Phil Foden. Cash wingback, Cash right. Cash further up the pitch is better because it means less mistakes lead to goals from Cash. That's always a positive. And he's quick. And it's sad to say that I think he's been more effective on the wing than Bailey this season, which is really sad to say. De Bruyne, I don't think, has just been very fit at all this season. I think he's had injury issues and was forced to play early games. I think because of City's run, he was forced to play, and I think it's probably made him have some setbacks. That was my opinion. It could be wrong. But he's not been the most fit, has he? Cash was a winger for Forest, yeah. He actually transitioned into a fullback. Mainly at Aston Villa. Villa at right back is where he's played most of his right back career. I need to word that better. In his career, the majority of the times he's played right back have been for Aston Villa, is what I should have said. Chance of Villa, long ball into Onana of all players. Track back by Kanji. Onana's not the player to run with the ball, which is why we have recycled it backwards. Onana of all players is not the one you'd expect bombing down the wing, in all fairness. Yeah, Cash was a winger. In his youth career start, he was a winger as well, so I'm not surprised that, he's the most effective there. Rodgers. Oh, does brilliantly. Skips past 2. Rodgers. What a ball! Oh, John Duran can't get the shot away, and eventually a foul is given anyway. But wow, Morgan Rodgers. What a player, man. What a player. Morgan Rodgers skips past players like they're not even there. These are the best players in the world, and he's skipping past them like they're kids on a park. It's unbelievable. He's just rolling the ball round world-beating international stars. I love watching Morgan Rodgers play football. Can't wait when Celtic come down. Okay. Then you remember Scottish football's arse, and you got battered by Dortmund. What? Didn't you also draw at home to Club Brugge? I know we lost to him, but it wasn't at home. And you did get slapped 7-1 by Dortmund. So let's calm down, pal. Let's calm down. Ball into Grealish once again. I'm going to be saying that a lot today. I don't know why Pep ain't playing Doku over Gundogan. I mean, Gundogan has not had, I'd say, a good return to City, which is really weird because he was so good, obviously, for Man City had 1 year away and has come back like a different man. Lovely 1-2. What a save, Martinez. First bit of quality from City in Villa's box there, and a good combination between Rico Lewis and Phil Foden. And Foden nearly scores his first Premier League goal of the season. That pass is really good. That's the City that we know, in all fairness. But it forces a good save from Martinez. It doesn't have the power. I think any power in that shot probably does go in. So great save, Martinez. A corner, in-swinger. Terrible corner, but also a terrible clearance from John Durant. Corner to City again. I feel like that... With a cross that bad, I think Villa have to clear that better. That was a terrible ball in. We just give them another corner for nothing. Haven't Chelsea got like 11 or keepers in their squad? They've got like 5 players in every position, I swear, Chelsea. Grealish, poor pass. Villa could be on the break. Tielemans, what a ball that is! Villa 2-on-2. John McGinn, surely something. John McGinn, what a ball! Oh, Vardiel. There's no pace though in that attack. That's the downside. But Duran wrestles the ball off Gundogan. Villa, that 2-on-2, we should have a chance from that, but we're just not fast enough. Tielemans is just not quick. So the through ball to Tielemans, if there's any fast player there, he's one-on-one, but he's just not quick. So he gets, pushed off the ball very easily there because he just doesn't have the pace, man. And it's wasted. And I feel for McGinn because McGinn actually does really well. He actually makes the right pass. But it's just to the wrong player in that situation, really. Tielemans loses the ball, and Onana doesn't win the ball with a slide tackle, and that will be a booking for Cash, surely. Cash has kicked Jack Grealish there for like the 3rd, 4th time. It is a booking for Matty Cash. And the City fans in the corner of the ground are booing. You can't you can't really forgive that again. As soon as he did it, I was like, yeah, he's getting booked for that. You could just see that coming all day. I think that is probably, the 4th time he has been fouled by Cash, so there's no complaints from me. Do you think McGinn will get a yellow? Only need that for 170? Maybe, but again, he hasn't done many defensive tackles. Good ball towards Cash. Does that hit a hand? Waved away. The Villa fans wanted a handball there. It looked like it hit potentially the arm of Vardiel there, but the referee doesn't give it. All right, look, I've got a lot of... Harry, I've had like up to 200, 300 viewers on TikTok. I've got a lot of comments to read, for goodness sake. We sent him out on loan because he wasn't good enough. He wasn't going to be used, so he should start for us. Grealish has a shot for City, easily saved. Haven't Chelsea... No, I read that. He's better than Sanchez. Fulham missed so many chances. At the end, what happened? I don't know what game are you on about with Fulham. I actually don't know. I've not missed, other than that, I've not missed too much. Villa is embarrassing not to win the conference. I will say we should have won it. We should have won the conference league. I'm not going to hide away from that. But it's harder. It was harder to win then than it is now, in fairness. He's 1 card away from suspension. Wait, who's 1 card away from suspension? And we don't have Petrovic. Are you on about Sanchez? There's no way that's about Sanchez, right? I think I was talking about Sanchez at that point. I know he loves to foul players. Surely not. Really, that's terrible. Petrovic, I always thought was a better keeper. Anyway, I don't get the treatment of Petrovic. I know he's not a ball-playing keeper, but he seemed to do well last year. I don't know. I've always thought he's been the better keeper. I'd rather have a keeper with hands. Torres, man, nearly giving the ball away in our own box there. Somehow keep the ball. By a miracle, Villa keep the ball. McGinn lumps it long towards Rodgers. He's going to get that. What a pass. McGinn has been fantastic today. Rodgers, Digne on the outside, finds him. Digne, early cross, deflected, and stabbed away by Lewis, throw into Aston Villa, and we got another bot. We've got 611 people in the TikTok live. I think that's the most I've ever had for a TikTok live stream. You guys have been amazing. Please hit that follow button. I'd massively appreciate it. It is still 1-0 to Aston Villa. I think we have been the better side. Not by a great deal, but I think we have been the better side. I'm just trying to clear the bots out. I've had loads of bots on my TikTok comments today. It's driving me insane. I might need to hire some mods, man. You want to be a mod? Let me know, because I need someone to help me out with the masses of bots. Digne throwing. Yeah, he's a better keeper. I always thought Petrovic was. Throwing to Villa, terrible. Cleared away by Rico Lewis. Kamara keeps it alive for Aston Villa. Tielemans into Digne. Fakes one cross. Loses the ball. Why fake the cross, man? Put it in the box. Great tackle to stop City's counter-attack. That's a really important tackle. City do get the ball back, but it completely kills their attack. Liverpool have the best front six by a country mile. Why are we talking about Liverpool? Why have I seen a comment about Liverpool? We'll see. We'll see how good Liverpool are in the second half of the season. In Salah's typical drop-off after Christmas, because he does it every year almost, that's when we'll see the true mettle of Liverpool and indeed Mo Salah. And that's when I'll give my honest opinion. Because we've seen too many times where Salah starts well, ends terribly. Grealish. Back towards John Stones. A Liverpool fan disagrees. Chelsea has the best attack in the league. That's interesting. Foden. Oh, Chelsea have the players. Chelsea do have the players. Haaland. I forgot he was playing, honestly. That's not... Honestly, that's not even banter. I genuinely forgot Haaland was playing. I don't think I've seen Haaland touch the ball more than once. Honestly. He's got no service. He's had absolutely no service in this game. Because Grealish, for some reason, he's had a lot of the ball, but Grealish has just gone for the shot most of the time. I think he's had 3 shots on goal, which is just ridiculous. He's had all that room, all the chances to put balls into the box. He's just gone for goal, and his finishing's terrible. City's best chance has been on the other side, with Phil Foden combining with Rico Lewis and forcing a good save from Emi Martinez. That's been City's best chance. Despite Grealish, I still think Grealish has played well, but it is quite telling that they've gone down the right hardly ever, and that's, the closest they've come to scoring is playing down the right. Kamara, good ball into Digne. Now Rodgers is found on the left-hand side. I think he tries to win a throw-in, but it actually deflects very kindly for Digne. Oh, fucking hell, Digne. What, really? We've given the ball away there. Rico Lewis is being pressed on his corner flag, gets a throw-in. Villa could press them high up here. He's desperate to score against us. I know, but that's going to cost him, because if he keeps going for it and keeps missing, there's only so many chances he's going to have, I agree. I think he is desperate to get a goal. He hasn't scored in a year. But if I was Pep, I'd be fuming. I'd be saying, mate, stop shooting. You're not even coming close. Vardiel. Now, this is a chance for City because Villa lose the ball and we haven't got many players back. Jack Grealish against Cash. Gets a cross in. What a ball. Vardiel. That's a chance. That's a chance. Vardiel has missed a huge chance there. And that's the first time Jack Grealish has put a cross in. Oh, bloody hell, man. It's a good cross from Grealish. It's a good cross, but Vardiel. Free header. Free header, man. He's got to score that. And that is the let-off for Villa. That is a huge let-off for Villa. Tielemans into Kamara. John Duran. He's had a great game, Duran. Even his hold-up play. You got to notice the small things about players, man. Simple, intricate passes in midfield to get people involved. Kamara. Good ball towards Cash. Villa could get a chance here. Cash on his own needs support. Does find Kamara again. 35 yards-ish from goal. 1-2 Vanana and is forced back towards the halfway line. I wish we just attacked them more. Digne into Torres. We got a minute to half time. Still, it remains 1-0 to Aston Villa. again, it's just giving the ball away. It's a silly situation. It's Digne this time as well. That has been my only complaint so far today, is our lost possession. We have lost possession so many times in our own half. I think it's probably been the most this season, genuinely. Good tackle to stop City though. And now it's Rodgers. Rodgers shoves a player off. Rodgers fouled by Akanji. Villa are going to play on. John Duran into Tielemans. Tielemans, good ball into McGinn. Can we get the chance? John McGinn slows it down. Should have took it on. Good pass though into Rodgers inside the box for Villa. Morgan Rodgers. Shot hits Akanji. Rebounds to Amadou Onana, who's just been dispossessed by Haaland. And then we concede the foul. He needed the shout on then, Onana. That great... Oh, goodness sake. Haaland's behind him. He needed a shout then. He seemed to take all the time in the world. Rodgers, though, should have earned the yellow card, which hasn't been shown there. He's fouled twice in that attack. Alright, this Satan Vibes guy has said the same thing 3 times. I was born in Birmingham. I grew up in Shard End, and I went to university in Birmingham. But so what? There are fan bases across the world for every team. And I'm sure there's people in this chat. We've got a lot of people. We've got 541 of you. And I'm sure there's people in this chat who support a team that's not even in their own country. But I'm still local. Well, whatever you want to say, my friend. Honestly, not over Nunes, but give him a couple years and he'll be elite. Says hi, and I don't know, man. I don't know. Half time has happened here. It's Aston Villa 1, Manchester City 0. Yeah, exactly. So we got people all over. We got people all over. Haters are so weird. Thanks for the views though. You've been here the whole time. So big ups to you. But yeah, half-time, Villa do lead by a goal to 0. Very happy with that. I think Villa have been the better side. I'll give credit to City. I think they actually do pass the ball very well. They created some chances. I think Vardiel honestly should have scored. Like he had a huge chance to make it 1-1. And he put it over the bar. And I feel like he has to hit the target. It's a good cross from Grealish. I think Grealish has. It hurts me to say it. I do think Grealish has been their best player. He's had the ball a lot. I will say, he's up until the very last attack City had, he hadn't done a lot with the ball. He went for a goal a lot. But if you were to think of a City player to get them into the game, it would be Grealish, because he kept having the ball, he kept trying. And you always say, if someone's not playing well, or if someone's playing well, you don't let it affect their confidence. Let them, still keep trying, still making those runs, still create those chances. That's why I kind of like Darwin Núñez, because no matter how crap he can be, he never gives up. And I think Grealish, despite not being the best, he had a shot go for a throw, and he's still trying. He's still creating chances for Manchester City. So I'll give him that credit. As for Villa, I think we've been pretty good. I think we've not had a lot of the ball. In fact, we've got stats on YouTube, right? You can go over and watch it. We had 33% of the ball, 33%. And yet I think we've been a lot better with the ball that we've had than they've had. They've had 67%, and I think we've had easily the best few chances in the game. And yeah, I think there are some complaints I can make, and I'm going to make them. The fact that we've just given the ball away too cheaply on multiple occasions has just frustrated me a little bit. So many times in, our own box or, our own half, we'll have I'd say a fairly easy pass to make, a simple ball, and we always struggle to find it. We hesitate. Sometimes when City are on the attack and we clear it straight to them, so they have another attack. There are a lot of little things you can nitpick over this kind of game. And yeah, I'm happy we're winning. I think we've been really good on the attack. I think John McGinn, by the way, has been fantastic. McGinn doesn't get the credit he deserves. I don't think McGinn has picked a bad pass. Like, I'm really struggling to think of a pass McGinn has made that hasn't been very good. He's been absolutely brilliant. Him and Tielemans' passing's been superb as well. So, yeah, in terms of like using our possession in their final third, I think we've been brilliant. It's just getting the ball to the final third. Once we're in their half, the passing seems to improve somehow. But in our own half, our passing shocking. Make it make sense. Cash hasn't played well. I will say that. I think Cash has been... He's done well to kick Grealish. That's genuinely... The positive I can give to Cash is he's kicked Grealish a few times, right? That's when you know it's not been great, because, like, defensively, one-on-one with Grealish, I get terrified, man. Because he skipped past Cash a few times. And the only way he's been able to stop Grealish is kicking him. And in fairness, Grealish goes down soft. We know this as Villa fans. We used to watch him all the time, and we know what he's about. I've seen it all before. And I used to support it because it was my player. It's weird seeing, him against us and him doing that. But that's what he does. He gets a slight touch and goes down. There have been a couple occasions where he has been properly kicked, and there's been a couple where he's felt a little flick on his foot and has sent himself down. It's a bit of 50-50. But yeah, I think Cash probably should come off because he's on a yellow card, and I'm worried about a second yellow against a player like Jack Grealish. You're lucky we are correct. I think City play all right. I think City played all right in this game. I think they very easily could get something out of this, especially with the mistakes we're making. That's why people need to not be reactionary, right? Because a lot of people, if you look on their socials, probably be laughing at Man City for how they've played and stuff. I'm not going to do that. I think City have definitely created some moments in this game and very easily could come into this game. But Grealish, he does win a lot of fouls. He's done it for us plenty. Yep, that's what I mean. We used to love it when it was for us. It's just weird that it's against us. Will McGinn get a card? I got a bet on. McGinn's not really... He's not been in those situations to concede a foul. McGinn has been... His role is definitely more attacking than defensive. So I wouldn't be that confident he would get a yellow. The most nailed on yellow for the start of today was Matty Cash. He must have fouled Grealish like 4 times by the time he got a yellow, and I'm like, he was just a walking yellow card at some point, and he eventually got it. I wouldn't be surprised to see Cash go off, but what do you put Konza there? Honestly, it gets to a point where we signed Maatsen for 35 million, right? At what point do we think about playing Maatsen as a right back? Because Nedeljkovic ain't good enough. Bogarde ain't good enough. And Cash, I still don't think he's great defensively. So we've got 3 right backs who aren't fantastic. Konza is best in the middle. We already know that. He's probably our best centre-back. Surely it wouldn't be a bad idea to play Maatsen slightly out of position as a right back. Because he's a brilliant defender. Like, he's a professional. I know, obviously, you play differently on attack when you go from one wing to the other, but I don't think it'd be a bad idea, especially in these kind of situations where Cash is on a yellow. I don't know. Let me know what you think for that, but I think there are decisions we could make. Definitely. And people are... It's weird in football. It's like, oh, but a player plays in one position and he can never play out of it. We've seen Ten Hag play Mazraoui as a 10, and he didn't look too bad as a 10. Right, as someone who's a fullback. So these are professional footballers. These are athletes. Maatsen nearly won the Champions League last season. I don't think there's a single position, realistically, you could say, play that, and he'd be better than a lot of players. Maatsen's one of the best attacking forwards. He plays like a winger anyways. You'd probably stick him on the wing. Konza is a good option right back. He just needs to improve defense. I just can't... Konza's just not comfortable going forward. That's the issue with Konza. He plays like we're in a back 3. When he's a fullback, and it's usually the left back in Digne that bombs forward more, and we have like a back 3 in possession. That's the idea with Konza at right back, but it just means our right hand side is just crap, basically. Especially with how bad Bailey has been this season, it has just meant that side has been terrible. Sean, I'd say yeah. I would say overall yes, but there are improvements we have to make. We just, like I said, we've just given the ball away far too many times. In possession, we've been fantastic. One of the few games this season where I can say we have used our possession brilliantly. Maatsen's played right wing before. Well, if he has, it proves my point even more, There are decisions that... They're tough decisions I think Unai Emery might need to make at some point, basically. What do you think? Oh, I've just been asked the same question again on YouTube by Bo. I said we're winning, and I'm happy with that. But I'm just worried about Matty Cash on a yellow against Grealish. That's my concern right now. And I don't think, Cash has been very good in this game anyway. I'll see what the Villa fans are saying on Twitter. It's when you can really tell what a fan base is thinking. Sometimes it's a bit reactionary over there, but I like to have a read. I don't remember Emi Martinez getting a yellow card. I don't think they showed that. If they did, or maybe I missed it reading chat. I'm not too sure. Cash needs to relax a bit. Might get himself sent off is one of the comments on there. Unfortunately, because of Elon Musk, there's now a lot of bots on Twitter. Grealish, you're never welcome back. Jack crying, counter-attack. Great counter-attacking player, decent first half. Need to be better on the ball in City press. Be good to be more on the ball in the second half to kill momentum. Cash has done... I don't agree with this. He says Cash has done well, but with a yellow. Good to get Mings on and shift Konza to right back. That I agree with. Maybe chuck Mings on and put... I just feel like it kills the right-hand side, putting him there. But I suppose towards the end of the game, it wouldn't be a bad idea. If we're trying to shore up the defence. But we tried to do that against Forest and we lost. So that's what I'm worried about. That is what I'm worried about. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think. If you're a City fan as well, have a chat, you know? Like this is a platform for loads, you know, for loads of football fans. I try and keep it as unbiased as I can, in all fairness, when I talk about games. He got booked after the whistle because of Grealish having a cry. Dear. We need to sign a proper right back and a right winger, says Luke. I want Jacob Ramsey back. I mean, I think we all do, in fairness. Chelsea, Maatsen, right winger. Can't see why he couldn't play right back. I just think like there are situations where you are forced to make those kind of weird decisions, you know? Honestly, just let Haaland score so I win my bet and then Villa score 10 more goals. You know what? Haaland's that kind of player, right? Where I can happily say right now, I don't remember Haaland touching the ball. But he's still that kind of player where he can just be a ghost throughout the whole game, get one chance to score. That's the thing with Haaland. He has had the graveyard shift. I don't think he's had a single pass or cross into him inside the box. And like, what is he there for? What is he there for? Like, pressing Pau Torres? Is that his role? That's kind of what he's done for the first half. He's been nowhere near Grealish passes or crosses because I don't think they've been directed towards him, in all fairness. And City's only chance to get a goal in this whole first half was a 1-2 with Rico, Lewis and Foden on the right-hand side, where Foden had a low shot saved by Martinez. That's been it. If you want to count Grealish going for a shot and it goes for a throw-in, you can count that. That goes, apparently, as a shot in the stats. Him literally putting the ball out for a throw-in after a shot. Like, it's just, yeah. Like I said, I do feel a little bit for Erling Haaland because like I don't know what he's supposed to do. So other people in my YouTube comments as well. Sorry, I've not read the YouTube comments as much today. I apologise. Personally, I can always see Villa apart from a window, and hearing they score if the wind is right. And when I hear you say Tielemans, my ears perk up, and I hear McGinn, my heart sinks. I know the chance will be wasted. That's quite funny. That is a funny comment. City may struggle to make top 6 this season, to be truthful. And Dean says, yeah, I feel like, though, I disagree with that. Because I think with City, just as it's been easy for them to go from really good to being really bad, I feel like the reverse will be true as well. I feel like at some point, they're going to win, and they're just going to not stop winning. And they'll get their momentum back. That's what I feel like it's going to happen in City. Maybe it's today, maybe it's next week, the week after. They're going to get a win, and they're going to start winning games again. I thought Forest would be that result for them. It wasn't, because they've still not won since the Forest game. That's what it feels like to me, because you can't be that good and then this bad. It doesn't make any sense to me. They just need to get confidence. And right now, I mean, Vardiol missing that header, that's just no confidence in that team. Absolutely no confidence in the team. It feels like they're scared of losing again and again and again. It's a really weird situation for City to be in. At this point, prisoners should be allowed to watch Man City's games as part of their punishment. Okay, let's not take the piss. All right, let's not take the piss. Because they could very easily win this game. It's classic Villa, you know? Classic Villa, so let's calm down, yeah? Martinez has been booked until after half. Yeah, well. Whatever, man. It's a silly yellow to get, especially not on the pitch. I don't know. Yeah. Other games today, I'd say we've got some decent Premier League games today. Well, not just today, but over the weekend. Everton versus Chelsea, I think will be one to look at. Chelsea's record at Goodison's not brilliant, and Everton got a good result at Arsenal. Got Brentford, Forest. Brentford are insane at home. Forest got good form, so that will be a tough one to predict. Ipswich, Newcastle. I feel an Ipswich win. This is the type of game Newcastle lose. Is it Ipswich away? That just feels like a place Newcastle go there and get beat. West Ham, Brighton. Brighton have been crap. West Ham have been crap. I'd still fancy Brighton in that because they do have a better squad, but they've both been quite poor. Palace, Arsenal. Call me insane, I'll back Palace. Call me insane, I back the Palace. I think this is going to be Lee Gunner's fest. I think he's going to love this. I think Arsenal will drop points, and he's going to be box office to watch. I'm telling you now. I can see the future. Palace will get at least a result against Arsenal, and Lee Gunner will be on my TV. Everton, Chelsea, it's just really hard to predict. It's just going to be Dyche ball. You know what Dyche ball is all about. It feels like could be a 1-0 Tarkowski late winner. Could be a battering for Chelsea. That game could swing either way. Fulham, Southampton should be an easy Fulham win. Leicester, Wolves is another tough one. I still back Leicester at home. Wolves, I got a new manager. But Leicester, I'd say whoever's at home in that kind of game would probably win. And because it's Leicester at home, I'd say I'll back them. United will win against Bournemouth. I think Amorim will turn them around, as sad as it is to say. And Spurs, I back them to beat Liverpool. Spurs are just really... I can't predict Tottenham. I think Tottenham are the worst thing. If you're a betting man, don't touch Tottenham. Do not touch Spurs. Don't bother. Don't bother touching Spurs. We've had reports, by the way, that Kyle Walker's on. If that's a lie, you're getting banned. There is no way Kyle Walker has been subbed. He's on! They've subbed Kyle Walker! What? Man City have subbed on Kyle Walker. Huh? What is that about? What? I am stunned. Why is Kyle Walker on? I was so depressed. I made a TikTok video saying that, of course, this is the kind of game that Walker's dropped. Why is Walker on? That is the most bizarre sub I think I've seen this season. That is so strange. Watch him have a masterclass, but why is he? Why is he on? Who's he on for? I need to see who's on for him. Did he take off Rico Lewis? I haven't seen he's gone off for it. I saw him in the tunnel there with the City kit on, so he's definitely on. Yeah, here he is. Kyle Walker is coming on for Manchester City. Maybe him not starting is what he needs, Maybe him not starting is what he needs. It's John Stones. John Stones is off, and Kyle Walker is on. Who's going centre back? What is going on? Is Vardiel going What? Stones apparently is injured. So it's not tactical. Who's going centre back? You've got Gvardiol, Akanji, and Rico Lewis. So it's either Lewis or Walker at right back. Vardiol, I don't know, man. This is strange. Is Kyle Walker going to play centre back? I don't get what's going on. Apparently, Stones has an injury, which is probably the worst news as a City fan right now. Yeah. I need to find out who's centre back. That is so strange. Kyle Walker's right back, so it's Akanji and Gvardiol. So it's Rico Lewis left back, from what I can tell right now. So Rico Lewis has switched from right to left, I believe. Yeah, Akanji, Gvardiol centre back. Martinez got a yellow card in the tunnel, apparently. But yeah, Kyle Walker is back in the City lineup. And we are underway for the second half as well. Torres blasts the ball into the City crowd, throwing to them inside the first minute of the second half. Aston Villa 1, Manchester City 0. John Duran's goal is the difference between the two sides here. Akanji for City. Oh, nice back. Rico Lewis tries to find Haaland. Onana gets it away. Villa could be on the break early on in the second half. Tielemans is fouled by Lewis. And it'll be a free kick to Aston Villa. Is this a booking as well for Rico Lewis? It is. Good refereeing. Rico Lewis is booked for the shirt pullback to stop Villa's counter-attack. So Rico Lewis has not only swapped sides, he's also got a yellow card very early on into the second half here. That's a huge yellow. That's a huge yellow for Rico Lewis. It's already going to be awkward playing. He started today right back. He's now moving to left back. It's already going to be awkward for him anyway. Now on a yellow. Rodgers for Villa. Turns away from Akanji. Still going, Rodgers. Still got the ball, Rodgers. Ball into Digne, and then Digne has lost it. Forgotten. It's so painful to me to see Rodgers do so well to keep the ball, and then Digne stumble over it like he's never kicked a ball in his life. Villa do get a throw in, though, as a terrible clearance from City gives Villa possession. Digne gets the 1-2 with Rodgers from the throw-in. Next to Bernardo Silva. Good pass into Rodgers. Onana doesn't look for a cross, instead goes back. I don't think, to be fair, I've ever seen Onana cross a ball, but I feel like that was the kind of position where he could have put one in the box. Torres into Kamara, back towards Konza. Villa going a bit further back now. As City trying to press Villa height. Konza in all the way back to Martinez. Martinez towards Digne. Flick header kept in play to Rodgers. Oh, could flick past that. I mean, it's a good ball, but could have been dangerous. Tielemans skips past one. Good ball. Kamara on the attack. John McGinn. Villa 3-on-3. Duran has gone down. Still the ball is in Villa's possession. Side netting Cash. Oh, Cash drills it into the side of the goal. Oh, for goodness sake. Duran goes down, though, and I want to see this back. What happens here with John Duran? Kyle Walker, I think, has fouled John Duran. Yeah, Duran has been pulled over by Kyle Walker. He's just pulled his arm. Is the ref not going to take any retrospective action on that? Walker literally just grabbed Duran's arm and pulled him to the floor. Off the ball, so it doesn't get the... yeah, he's not going to do anything. It doesn't get the spotlight that deserved, actually, because that was really dirty from Kyle Walker. I think he was outside the box anyway, but he's pulled his shirt. Not pulled his shirt, he's pulled his arm. Stops him making a run inside the box. He can't do that, surely. Lewis into Akanji. I think that's ridiculous to not give that decision. At least give him a yellow card, man. Just say we played advantage. If you want to do that, fine, but give Kyle Walker a yellow, man. He's literally pulled him over. Walker, long ball given away. Again, that's Kyle Walker's first pass has gone to a Villa man. He doesn't help himself. Cash for Villa. Didn't fancy himself taking on Jack Grealish and Rico Lewis there, so he goes backwards. Martinez clips another ball out towards Digne. Last time this happened, it led to an attack for Villa. Digne into Rodgers. He goes short to help Villa's midfield. Onana into Pau Torres. Rocky, mate, I will mute you if you keep saying stuff like that, okay, mate? What a ball! John Duran, is the flag going to stay down? He's in! John Duran! Yes! The flag's up! I thought he was off. Duran scores, but he was off. I thought so. Sake, man. How offside is John Duran? Yeah, he's off. God's sake. It's not far, you know. It's not far from onside. It's offside. Duran scored, flags up. And yeah, he's offside. There's no complaint from me. Yeah. He's about 2 yards offside. Lovely finish, though, from John Duran. City's high line, man. It did well there. I'll give him credit, but I feel like Duran probably could have timed that, man. It was a threaded through ball to Duran, in on goal. Rodgers was next to him, so it was guaranteed goal. He went for it himself, and the flag went up straight after. And there was no complaints from me. It was offside. Foden over the bar. That's a decent situation for Phil Foden. And we've seen him wrap it in the stanchion before from that kind of position, but this one goes well over. I think Pep Guardiola's having a word with Foden there. There's a huge chance for Villa, man. Well, it was for Villa, but it's for City too. At the other end, Torres goes long for Aston Villa towards John Duran. Turns away from Akanji, but there is Vardiol at the back. At least we're not going to have Vardiol bump forward on the attack to score City's goal. That's the only positive from Vardiol going centre-back. Foden's gone backwards. Foden's gone from player of the season in the Premier League last year to no goals in the Euros. And so far, not even a goal or an assist. We're in December. We are in December and he's still yet to score or assist for Manchester City. It's actually insane to think about. Pep asking Foden if he remembers when he was... Okay. I don't want to laugh because this is the kind of game Foden scores, you know? If I laugh too much, Foden will get a goal. Long ball towards Matty Cash. It's going to be a chase here between him and Vardiol, but Vardiol will win it. And lay it off back to Ortega and goal for City. Oh, man. Akanji for City. 53 gone. It's still 1-0 to Aston Villa. Oh, man. The commentators are talking about the whole John Duran, Ollie Watkins situation. How Duran's goals are just keeping Ollie out of the team, which is it's true. It's sad to say with Ollie Watkins because he had such a good season last year, but you can't argue Duran's goals, man. You can't argue Duran's goals. Onana does accidentally catch Foden. I don't think he means to catch his ankle there, but it is a free kick to City once more. We did. Duran scored an offside goal. Lovely through ball into him, one-on-one with Ortega. Smashes it in near post. But the flag instantly goes up after it. And yeah, he was offside. There's no complaints from me. Another free kick to City. It's another cheap foul. I won't bring Ollie on today, no. As harsh as that is to say, I wouldn't. Because I think this is the kind of game for John Duran. It's physical. He's more physical than Ollie. And he gets into pockets of space. He seems to be quicker than Ollie as well. I just think this is the kind of game where I wouldn't even bring Ollie on. Someone in my TikTok chat earlier today said, would I start Duran and Ollie together? I think some games you can, not today. Considering how good they are in midfield and the players that they have, you can't have an open midfield. Because when you play two out-and-out forwards, you don't... watch how Morgan Rogers plays. Rogers will drop nearly to the defensive back line to retrieve the ball and help the midfield. Duran and Ollie don't do that. Duran and Ollie don't do that, do they? So our midfield is way more exposed. Way more exposed. Akanji heads it forward towards Haaland. That's a good takedown from Haaland. But Villa get it straight back. Tielemans for Villa. Into Rogers. Ooh, decent ball towards Duran, but he doesn't get there. What a tackle, Akanji. That's a great tackle, Akanji, and Duran has gone down hurt. In fact, both players have gone down hurt here. In the collision. What's going on here? Akanji holding his shoulder. Duran holding his ankle. I think Duran lands on Akanji and hurts his shoulder. Yeah, Duran literally lands on Akanji's shoulder, so that's going to hurt Akanji. And then, that's a nasty one for Akanji. He's got his medical staff on there. Has he dislocated his shoulder, perhaps? I don't know. But Duran went down with his ankle. I think he's back up now, John Duran. It's just one of those. Akanji's done really well to tackle Duran, but Duran's body's got to fall somewhere, and he just falls right on him. Yeah, Duran's fine. Duran got up. Akanji's still down. If you're a City fan, you're going to be worried with that. Unai better than Pep, says Kamikaze. And before the game started, I said 2-0 Villa. I stand by that as it stands. We don't get clean sheets. That's my worry. We don't get clean sheets at all. And we're playing one of, despite how poor City have been, we're still playing one of the best teams in the world. And I feel like if we only score one goal in this game, we're not going to win. That's my stance. As negative as that might sound, I know this backline too well. You should all know Villa's defence by now. This season has been shocking. Cash on a yellow. We've yet to see Grealish get involved in the second half. Already 10 minutes into it, but man, that's my worry. Duran underrated for real. I don't think he's underrated. I think he's getting more. He's getting more notice now. I think he's a top player. I don't think anyone will say Duran's a bad player. Haaland gives away possession sloppily there for City. John McGinn tries to win a foul there, I think, but there was no challenge from Gundogan anyway. Onana to Tielemans, gets a 1-2. Very neat under possession there. Villa forced backwards to Pau Torres. Sorry, to Konza, now into Torres. Into Rodgers. I think Rodgers and McGinn for man of the match so far. I think John McGinn, right? There are people who won't give John McGinn the credit he deserves. McGinn's been absolutely brilliant this game. Absolutely brilliant. His passing has been superb. And because it won't often lead to a goal directly, he probably won't get the notice he deserves. But, I'm giving him the praise because some people won't. Oh, thank you for that, Kingmo. Cheers. I feel like Watkins could be on his way out this summer, says Cullen. I don't think so. I think Villa like to keep our assets. Duran tackles Ortega, but the ball will fall very kindly and loose to Vardiel. That's out of play. Villa get a throw in. All because of John Duran. All of that is because John Duran slide tackles their keeper. And we get a throw in from it. That is incredible work rate from John Duran. And we get a throw in from it. All because he decides to chase the keeper. Just run at them. There's so many strikers, they don't want to get tired, so they don't run at the keeper too often. They don't put them under pressure. Duran does. Duran against Akanji. Turns. Good pass into Digne as well. Digne waits for the run of Rodgers instead. Ignores him into Onana. Onana back towards Digne again. Into Rodgers. Enters the box now. Finds Duran. Rodgers finds him again. Rodgers off the post! Rodgers hits the post. Great combination between him and Duran. Morgan Rodgers hammers a shot towards goal. It clips the post. Ortega nowhere near it. Brilliant combination. Lovely back heel from Duran into Rodgers. Ortega ain't saving that if it's on target. It just clips the outside of the bar, man. Well, commentary team on TNT reckon he should have scored that. I think he should have at least forced Ortega into a save from there, because it's just Rodgers' shooting isn't brilliant. It does go down as another wasted chance, and it's so unfair because it's such good combination between him and Duran. Duran just back heeling the ball towards him, and Rodgers takes the ball round the defender. He should have hit. I do think he should hit the target. I really hope that doesn't bite Villa in the arse. Massive chance for 2-0. Oh wait, we have stats covering Duran. Oh, sorry for that. It updated the website, so it's just pushed Duran towards the stats. Fantastic lineup app that I have. There we go. Duran is now being freed. Thanks for that. He does have the highest Villa rating. The same ratings are also given 6.2 to Cash. I think Cash is probably our lowest rated, in fairness. They don't rate Onana and Kamara today. I think Kamara's played well. Onana, I can see why Onana's score is not the highest, but I think McGinn at 6.5 is wrong. I think our backline has been decent. I don't know what Digne has done to get a 7.2 ahead of like everyone else in our backline. Because Digne's played well, but I don't think he's been any better than Konza and Torres. What a ball. Tielemans, by the way. Disgusting pass out wide. Digne into Onana. And a foul off the ball there. The referee doesn't see. Digne goes down. The Villa crowd jeer. Kamara rolls the ball around Haaland then. Toying with some City players here. Kamara into Konza. 62 minutes gone, still 1-0 to Aston Villa. The goal by Duran is the difference. We've had chances though. Duran scored an offside goal. Rodgers hitting the post a few moments ago. Several chances to make this 2-0. Oh, yeah, in the first minute as well. I forgot to say, Duran had a 1-on-1 saved. And then from the following corner, Torres with a header tipped onto the crossbar. So we've had chances in this game to win. Kamara. Oh, tries to poke a ball towards Tielemans, but Tielemans doesn't get hold of it. Oh, man. Yeah, Tielemans was not expecting that pass to him, and it's a good ball into him, actually, but Tielemans doesn't expect it. Frustrating. Second half, by the way, it's 60% of the ball has been Villa, which is really bizarre, considering City have to chase this game. Lovely interception from Onana to stop City's attack, and he gets a 1-2 with Duran down the left-hand side. Onana, yeah, will probably make the easy pass and just get back into position. Kamara into Onana again. Into Konza. Oh, his passing from Villa is disgusting. Lovely play for Aston Villa. Cash into Kamara once more. City have barely touched the ball last few minutes. You'd think City would be... Sorry, I'll say it again. You'd think Villa would be the ones chasing the game. Corners. How many corners have we had? Villa have had 4. City have had 3, apparently. According to our stats on my live stream. Tielemans does get his pocket picked by Silva. Could be a counter-attack for City here. It's Grealish against Cash again. Cross. Hey! Side netting from Jack Grealish. Terrible ball. First time he's had the ball all second half, by the way. We're in the 64th minute. It's the first time Jack Grealish has had the ball on that left-hand side, and his first cross in the second half hits the side now. Dear. He had such a good first half, Grealish. I don't know where that's gone second half. Torres towards Martinez. City pressing Villa very high up here. Torres is smashed it long so many times in this game. Instead goes short to Rodgers. He skips past Kyle Walker, and he's gone past another as well. Still Rodgers for Villa. Not the greatest of balls into Cash. It's still alive, though. It's John McGinn. It's Rodgers. Yeah! He's ice cold. It's Morgan Rodgers for a 2-0 to Aston Villa. Come on. He's freezing. He's ice cold. What a finish. He strikes it beyond Ortega. What a goal for Aston Villa. Come on! That is brilliant. And he started it. It was his run. He skipped past Carl Walker. He skipped past, I think, Gundogan. Played the ball to John McGinn. McGinn gave it back to him, and he just strolls it left-footed across goal. What a finish. 2-0 to Aston Villa in the 65th minute. That's fantastic. And he deserves that. He's been brilliant. He's been absolutely brilliant. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. Fantastic counter-attack. Yeah, he's been fantastic today. And John McGinn, I keep saying it. I said it. John McGinn has been fantastic today. And he won't get the credit. Maybe he will now because he's got an assist. John McGinn, arguably, is man of the match over Rodgers. Look how McGinn has played today. McGinn's passing today has been perfection. Every single time. Every single time he has made the correct decision. Honestly, McGinn gets a lot of slander from this fan base, right? I don't want any of that today. He's been absolutely fantastic. And Morgan Rodgers, he got very unlucky to not score, by the way, about 5 minutes ago. And then he's finally scored now. Brilliant. Pep Guardiola looks absolutely dismayed on the bench. Thanks for the 20 gifts from Paulie. I appreciate you, man. I think that's as the goal goes in, because I missed all of that. But thank you for the gifts, and anyone who sent me a gift today, if I've not read it, I apologise, but I appreciate you all. As always, we've had loads of viewers today on TikTok, loads of new followers. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button and think about following. Not many Villa accounts on TikTok. Maybe I can be the first Villa account you follow, you know? Martinez clears long towards Onana. Sorry, Onana. It was Duran almost playing central defensive midfield there to win that ball. Rodgers for Aston Villa. Oh, skips past another one. Still Morgan Rodgers. Eventually goes down, wins the free kick. This man is absolutely amazing. He's absolutely amazing. The confidence in Morgan Rodgers. He was signed for £15 million. 15 million for Middlesbrough. And Middlesbrough fans, a lot of them were saying that they robbed us. This boy is special. I'm telling you now, this boy is special. He has this swagger about him. He dribbles the ball past players like they're training cones. And he's going past players who are world beaters, who are international stars. He has skipped past Kovacic, Kyle Walker and Gundogan so many times already this half. Like they're just standing there. Honestly, he's absolutely incredible. I love him. I absolutely love him. Top player, man. Yeah, Daddy Williams says we're simply world class. Bedworth says our scouting team needs a raise. He's so good at driving strong too. Rodgers special. Villa take a free kick short. It's intercepted by Foden. Villa do get thrown on this far side. It's Aston Villa 2, Manchester City 0 with 23 minutes to go here. Time for Walker to go to Saudi. Look, I know City were in a poor situation, right, with Stones getting injured and Walker having to come on. Walker's been crap again. Like, at what point is it time for Walker to actually step away from the Premier League? Like, I know it's a really harsh thing to say, but how bad has he been? He's come on for City, and it's been a disaster. He's been an absolute disaster in this game. I don't think he's found a pass. And in the Villa second goal, he was dribbled past like he weren't even there by Kyle Walker. Not Kyle Walker, by Morgan Rodgers, I should say. Morgan Rodgers made an absolute fool of him. Unbelievable. United fan by Villa was my grandest team before he passed. I couldn't be happier. Well done. I appreciate you, Paul. And what a result this is. It's still not done yet. We still have a long way to go in this game, but this has been very good from Villa. I was not expecting this second half. You know what? I actually expected City to really come out of second half. They've attacked less. If there's any City fan in my comments, please, like, I want to know what you're thinking of this kind of game. You've attacked less. You're losing the game. It's possession for Villa. The second half has been 60%. First half, at one point, Villa 28%. We've had all the ball. What are City doing? This is honestly insane. Like, I don't know what is going on. Chance for Villa. Rodgers goes down in the box. Good tackle though, I think. Barely gets the ball. If he gets that wrong, it's a penalty to Villa. Savinha is coming on for Man City. He's a good player, but he hasn't had the greatest of goal returns for Manchester City. They used all that energy in the first half. Fatigue catching up, says user with a bunch of numbers. I mean, it's maybe, but like you can't. Surely players of this caliber don't get that tired within 45 minutes. Surely, like it's unbelievable. I genuinely don't. It doesn't feel like I'm watching Man City, man. Kovacic tries to find a ball towards Gundogan. Villa, well, we gave the ball away, but then City gave it straight back. Duran's clearance goes straight to Akanji. Akanji into Rico Lewis. Football Man U said, not a Villa fan, but Villa cooking this season. Villa have been quite crap this season. It's what I mean. People are reactionary. We lose a few games in a row, and people saying Villa fall off. We win a game, like you shouldn't look at like the table results so early this season. You start looking around February, and then you make your mind up. I think City and Villa have had quite poor starts in this season. It's just, if both teams needed to bounce back. This result so far has helped Villa, but Foden does go for a shot now. Really well saved from Martinez. It's a daisy cutter from Foden. It's on target, but there's no power in it, unfortunately. Yeah. Man of the match will go to Rodgers, 1 goal and assist. It probably will. I would still give it to McGinn. I think McGinn's been fantastic, but if it goes to Rodgers, I'm more than happy with it because Rodgers has also equally been brilliant. I noticed the things McGinn does, sometimes off the ball, sometimes on the ball in the attack. Like, he doesn't get, like... He did get an assist today, but, you know, he's fully involved in, like, every attack that Villa have, and he's been brilliant. His passing has been superb today. I'm pretty sure PGML said, drop out the cups, lose the title, finish outside top 6, and we'll lose new punishment. Dean, that's quite funny. Foden, that's a poor ball from Foden. He gets it back, though. Good tackle again there by Kamara. And then that's a foul on John Duran. Akanji has his head in his hands there as he disagrees with the decision. Duran is absolutely swiped out by Akanji. And City have finally made the substitution in the 72nd minute here. Ilkay Gundogan is going to come off for Manchester City. He's had a poor game. What's going on with Gundogan? Like, I'm being for real. Gundogan, since he's come back from Barcelona, has been shocking. I don't understand it. I really don't. It's so bizarre, some of the stuff I see, man. Torres for Villa. He's older. Yeah, but it's 1 year he had away, man. 1 year. He's like a shell of a player, man. It's getting a bit chilly, bro. Bit chilly in it. Oh, man. What a game, man. What a game. This has been, honestly, I was so worried about today. I was genuinely so concerned about today, but, I mean, well, with Onana giving the ball away there, I have reason to be worried. We've still got a long way to go in this game, but so far it's been brilliant. And it's 2-0 to Aston Villa. Ball to Martinez. City pressing again, as they have done all game, very high up. I don't think it's been that effective, though. I think the first half, it was more effective than the second. I think the second half has done almost nothing. First half, Torres gave the ball away a few times into touch, but other than that, I don't know. Is Morgan Rodgers. John Duran, even his defensive work's brilliant, man. Always helps the team out, no matter where the ball is on the pitch, he helps the team out. Rodgers does brilliant as well to keep the ball there under pressure from Kyle Walker. Pau Torres for Aston Villa. Clears it long, but straight into City possession. For goodness sake, Torres, man. Feel sorry for Haaland a bit, to be honest. Haaland's just had the graveyard shift. He's literally had zero... what do you call it? Service. All game. All game. Not a Villa fan, but up the Villa. This is beautiful, says Matt. Foden, save from Martinez again. Good goalkeeping, Martinez, as he dives onto the floor and holds the ball. Flat Cat says Haaland. Oh, my days. I do. You're spot on. I feel for him, man. Foden, the shoot on sight merchant. Well, he's not helping himself, is he, Foden? Like, he's not had a good season. And whenever he gets the ball, rather than look for a City player or anything like that, he's just been very selfish. And I don't really understand. I don't really get it, to be honest. Ortega, under pressure, does find a good ball into Silva there. That could have gone horribly wrong as Villa try to impress him. That was a nice bait there from someone called Mike. Bro, I'm too smart. I'm too smart, mate. Everyone watches his game now. All he does is look for space in the box. Going down without the 150. There's loads of people making the joke that Man City trying to relegate themselves before before the Premier League does it for them. Oh, man. 15 minutes to go here. Even if City come from 2-0 down, there'd still be, 1 win in 12, even with a draw. Which is like crazy to say. Duran thumps it long looking for John McGinn. It's a chase with him and Vardio. Vardio does well. Clears the ball, but only straight to Villa, man. Vardio's pass there was really poor. I feel like he could have really, not easily kept City's possession, but it was such a poor ball forward to give Villa possession. But Kamara all day. Mate, Kamara... Honestly, we need to have a really serious conversation about Kamara being one of the best holding midfielders in the league. If Kamara played for Liverpool, people would say he's one of the best in the world. Honestly, there has to be a serious conversation for Boubacar Kamara. We fall to pieces without him in midfield. He's such a top player. Name me a holding midfielder in the Premier League, obviously other than Rodri, who is far better than Kamara. You would struggle. You'd really struggle. Caicedo although I'd say Caicedo is probably better than Kamara. I think Caicedo and Rodri are the only two. Gravenberch, I wouldn't say Gravenberch is a holding midfielder. Declan Rice, I don't agree. I agree with Caicedo. I think Caicedo is brilliant. I don't agree with Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice has things he does really well, has things he doesn't do very well. See what I tell you what. See what Lee Gunner thinks about Declan Rice. See what Lee Gunner thinks about Declan Rice. And he's an Arsenal fan. Lee Gunner hates Declan Rice. Any other manager deserves a sack with this form. Gravenberch plays a role he's never played before. He's doing it better than he's a good player, Gravenberch. He's a good player. At the very least, I'm trying to say is Kamara at least deserves to be up there for the conversation of one of the best holding midfielders. He's fantastic, honestly. Like, in a game like this, just focus on what he does. He's so good with the ball. He's so good off the ball. His defensive awareness and his brain is fantastic, honestly. Well, Enzo's not a holding midfielder for a start. So, like, some of the... Caicedo, you got to understand the difference, right? Caicedo, I would say he's a holding midfielder, right? He's also played fullback a few times. He's definitely defensive-minded. Enzo Fernandez is not a holding midfielder. Tonali is a decent shout, but he has... Tonali's got to stop the bets, you know? Got to start the bet. I've not seen enough of Lavia. Lavia doesn't play enough. That's the problem with Chelsea. Because of their squad is so big, we ain't seen enough of Lavia. So I'll have to hold my judgment on Lavia. Tonali, hopefully the bets have stopped with Tonali. It's Tielemans for Villa. McGinn's cross. Oh, it's a decent ball actually. Looking for Digne. Villa get the corner. Caicedo, 1 game a week, runs around like a maniac. Should have been sent off versus Spurs. I will agree. His challenge in the Spurs game, he should have saw red for. I agree with that. It was very reckless. That's why I don't get VAR, man. Like, VAR was supposed to... You're supposed to sort out obvious fouls, right? The Man City-Man United game, obvious penalty should have been given, right? Everyone on the planet can see that challenge from Diaz. Nowhere near the ball, penalty. There are those decisions where there's no argument. And I feel like the Caicedo one is an obvious red card. It's high, it's reckless, and it's like, it's a potential leg breaker, you know? Corner comes in for Villa, headed away. That's what I will say about that. VAR is terrible. And the team that screws over the most is Wolves, of all teams. Wolves get absolutely screwed by VAR every single week. I swear to God. It's arguably the reason why Gary O'Neill got the sack, you know? It didn't win the league. It should be Liverpool. If Liverpool don't win it, they will have bottled. Just like we said, Arsenal bottled the league when they were so far ahead. I think you have to say that about Liverpool as well. But I wish them all the best. John Duran is coming off for Villa with 10 minutes to go. Villa do lead 2-0. And Ollie Watkins is going to come on for the final few minutes of the game. I mean, we took him off against Forest and fell to pieces, so there is that worry. There is that worry. But it is 2-0. If it was 1-0, I'd be way more concerned. Chelsea are in a title race. Don't start this. Don't start this. Chelsea are in a title race. They're doing very well, and that they're in the race ahead of schedule. Obviously, because I don't think their squad is good enough to win the league. I think they're too far reliant on Cole Palmer. I want to see Chelsea when Palmer's injured. That's what I want to see. I want to see how good they are when you take Palmer out of that team. That's when you can truly assess how good Chelsea are. Because Palmer is such a top player. You take him out of that team, how badly would it affect Chelsea? That's the question. We don't know the answer to that. Because Palmer plays pretty much all the time in the Premier League. So I just want to see a Palmerless Chelsea. To really tell. Villa get a foul on the halfway line. Digne is smashed into. Ask Liverpool, who do they fear in the Premier League? Well, it probably would be. You probably would say Chelsea right now, but I don't know, man. He scored the second. Morgan Rogers, my friend, from a lovely layoff from John McGinn. I mean, the move itself was started by Rogers skipping past Kyle Walker. And I think it was Gundogan. It could have been Kovacic, but I think it was Gundogan in midfield. And then he got the ball back from McGinn and made it 2-0. Doku is about to come on for City. Where's Grealish been second half? This is another question. Getting more focused on this game, right? Grealish was so involved in the first half. Like to a point where I was scared. Cash on the yellow. I was terrified. Where's Grealish been second half? The one time I remember him having the ball, you know, in his favourite position, left wing, against one-on-one against Cash, he put a cross into the side net. Where has Grealish been? How do you have such a one-sided first half performance where Grealish was involved in every attack? Chance for Villa. It's Watkins inside the box. Ollie Watkins. Shot is saved. Straight at Ortega. That's the difference. That is the difference, by the way. I had to cut myself short because Villa had a 3-on-2 there. Watkins smashes it straight at Ortega. Duran probably puts that more in the corner and forces a better save there. Watkins' finishing is kind of crap sometimes. I will say that. It's kind of crap. What is that? Ryan, I'd love to hear what you sound like. Do you sound like Angry Ginge? I wonder. I genuinely forgot Grealish was playing this up. Me too, mate. Me too. Yeah, it should have gone across goal. It's just gone for power rather than placement. Screw Villa, the game was more rigged than the Trump call. Okay. Oh, man. I think that's like someone... If that's an actual rattled City fan, that's funny. That is funny. Grealish into Rico Lewis, into Akanji. Villa pressing City very high up. Grealish has lost the ball. Grealish has lost the ball. Wow. Grealish is crap. Grealish drops back very deep to help City's midfield to then lose the ball. And then Gvardiol snaps into McGinn to stop Villa's counter-attack. As a yellow card for Gvardiol. All because Grealish shat the bed. All because Grealish shat the bed. Doku's coming on probably for Grealish, right? Oh, for Kovacic. He's keeping on Grealish and Doku. Grealish and Doku are still on the field. He's been terrible this half. Absolutely terrible. Well, that's just... What is bias? I'd love to know. I'd love to know, mate. What is just bias? Please tell me. Because I try and keep it as unbiased as I can. I said Grealish played pretty well first half. He's been terrible second half. And you would be... Look, you'd be an idiot to think otherwise. Okay. I literally said he'd play well first half. Take your City glasses off, right? And genuinely tell me how he's been second half. I've watched him cross the ball into the side netting, and I've seen him give the ball away 3 times. So, you know. I say it as it is on this channel. I don't chat shit here. I don't say things for likes, for views, for anything. I keep it real. And I will do a TikTok video after this as well to talk about the game. I appreciate all the support I've got 422 live viewers on TikTok, which is insane. You guys have been amazing. If you haven't already, you can think about liking the video. I was going to say subscribing like it's YouTube. Following the account. Not many Villa accounts on here. Could give me a follow. Be nice. Why are you talking like that? I'm talking with a smile on my face. I don't think you're smiling right now. Only Dot Foden. Don't think there's a lot of smiling coming from you, son. I gotta say, having an account for a player who's yet to score a goal or an assist, get an assist this season, had an absolute stinker in the Euros. There, you must be on the verge of changing your account. Spurs need this game to be a draw. Why do Spurs need the game to be a draw? Got to ask. You're like mid-table. Long way to go talking about stuff like that. Can't turn down 100 million for an academy player at the same time. I still wanted Grealish to stay. I think Grealish was brilliant, but I think we used that money well, and we are, part of the reason why we're as good as what we are now is because of the sale of Grealish. So he gets no extra stick than me. I wouldn't boo him at the Villa. I don't see the point in that. Free kick to City, punched away by Martinez. There's 4 minutes to go in this game. It's still 2-0 to Aston Villa. Goals by Duran and Morgan Rogers is the difference here. For points so Villa don't pull away from... mate, we are so... I know you're inconsistent as well, but like Villa are so inconsistent. I wouldn't worry about it too early yet. We're very similar to Tottenham. We lose weird games. And you are, like Spurs, I would say, is the most inconsistent team in the league. Second to that is us. So don't worry about it just yet. McGinn, is he fouled? I thought he was there, but the referee doesn't think so. He's surely fouled there. He is. And Grealish is booked for the foul on John McGinn. So Grealish has just kicked at McGinn for no reason here. And Madridista, bro, you don't have to shout. Hello. Yeah, Grealish has just shoved and kicked McGinn. Why? There's no need for that. That's just pure anger from Jack Grealish. That's unnecessary foul you'll ever see. Yeah, they're supposed to be made. Why did he do that? He just shoved him and kicked him. There's zero need for that. Zero need for that. Oh, the commentators are saying, how does City get out of this run? This is 1 win in 12 for Manchester City. 1 win in 12. Villa are shit at defence as well. So, like, the fact that we've so far got a clean sheet is very funny to me. And Ali McCoy, I will say, I love that. He's just said Villa have been really good, and that's nice to hear. Kamara, that tackle on Grealish, that's what I'm talking about with Kamara. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Top class tackle in that kind of situation. Top class tackle on Jack Grealish. That's what I'm talking about with Kamara. He's such a good player. Such a good player. It is a corner to City though. I think Villa tried to say that it was a goal kick instead. City take the corner short. Doku, Grealish in support. 2 minutes plus injury time. Doku passed. Good pullback, but no one there really. If there's someone attacking that, I mean, it's one of those. There's just no one attacking it. Chance for Villa on the break with Cash against Kyle Walker. And well done, Cashy. Gets a throw in from Kyle Walker, smashes it into him. Villa get a throw in the halfway line. Yeah, Mackie, just like your supporters. Just like United fan base, bro. Say that to Mark Goldbridge, yeah? Go on Villa, I'm a United fan, says Jacob. That's really harsh, because I've had a really nasty comment from a United fan, and then a nice one right next to it. We're actually in the bin. Are you a City fan? Mate, look, my honest take, right, and I said this earlier today, and I'll say it again. City very quickly went on that, you know, they were so good to being so bad, right? It's that very quick switch of it happening, because it seemed to literally happen overnight. I feel like the exact opposite could happen. They could very easily switch again and just win that one important game and go on another run. Buy players in January, it'll probably happen there. That's what I feel like is gonna happen with Man City. So as a City fan, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Honestly, you will get that result eventually. Like Pep Guardiola, one of the best managers in the world, eventually he's gonna turn it around. I thought it would have happened by now, in fairness, and I still think they've been poor. And if it weren't for his accolades, probably would have been sacked by now. But I still feel like he's good enough to get this side going, especially spending money. Like that's probably the biggest cheat code in all the football, just spending a load of money in January. But I do think, regardless, it's going to happen. And City will eventually come back. And I think they'll come back as quick as they fell off. That's my honest take. There's a lot going on behind the doors that we aren't hearing. I think that could come into play, maybe. There's been rumours of, like, the court case and stuff that players are hearing about it, and allegedly, it might not be going that well from Manchester City's point of view. I've heard that a few times from a few different sources. Could be complete bollocks, I can tell you that right now. But it would make sense with their recent drop. I'm just saying. It would make sense. Agents need to be known, right? They need to be told everything involved with the club. So if things aren't going well off the field, it probably would affect on the field. Tinfoil hat time, you know? Tinfoil hat. Yeah, the player's attitude isn't the same as Yardo. We're about to see the amount of time added on here. Morgan Rogers has been subbed off for Villa. Emi Buendia is on. 4 minutes of added time. We've played already one of them. And it's Aston Villa 2, Manchester City 0. With just a few minutes to go here. Grealish into Doku. into Guardiola. Well, if City are going to get any result today, they've got to score now. It's that simple. They have to score now. Doku against Kamara. Might whip a ball in. Instead, he leaves it to Guardiola. He's someone who always gets a chance or a goal when they need it. They need it now. Foden. Villa resolute in defence. Everyone back, including Ollie Watkins. Is Savinho on the right-hand side. Oh, you bench Rodgers? Oh, dear. Well, you've learnt your lesson. You have learnt your lesson. Oh, man. We don't know, but Pep could... surely Pep don't lose a dressing room with how good he is. That statement, right, makes sense with a lot of managers and stuff. That surely makes no sense with Manchester City. He's won everything there is to win there. AJ just needs a camel haircoat and oversized mic. AJ Motson, a legend, is born. I love that. That's brilliant. Well, on paper we saw Grealish at the right time. There's an argument for that. Definitely an argument for that. I appreciate all the nice comments from you lot over on the YouTube. Well, this has been incredible. Honestly, what a game today. Villa have been brilliant. And a lot of the complaints I made in the first half, by the way, that we gave the ball away very sloppily, and we allowed Grealish to have more of the ball. What have we done second half? Grealish has been a ghost, and we've actually cut out loads of our mistakes at the back. Literally, the two things I complained about half time were resolved second half. That's how good Unai Emery is. Foden does have a goal. Oh my God, Foden scores. Foden does score. Foden does score. It's a ricochet. It bobbles back to him. As soon as I say something positive, Foden has scored. What has happened here? Savinho. And I tell you, Villa's clean sheet. It never happens, does it? We never keep clean sheets. Savinho and Foden. It gets a double ricochet, and then Digne slips over. Digne literally stands on the ball and slips over in typical comical Villa fashion. And Foden has a goal with a minute to go. Yeah, that's shocking from Digne, I can't lie. He's literally slipped on the ball. I feel like City needed to score a bit earlier than that in injury time because we've got 30 seconds to go here. I know Ortega's giving it away into John McGinn. McGinn into Onana. Oh, that's poor from Onana. It's a heavy Timberland's boot touch forward. It just needed that pass to be... If that pass is on target, I think Villa win the game. Lewis nearly slips over that. Fouled by McGinn. Referee is going to pull it back for a free kick, and it'll probably be the last free kick of the game. Oh, I swear to God, if we don't win this now, I swear, Villa. I swear, if we don't win this because Digne slips on the ball, I will lose my shit. I will lose my shit. Everyone will be up for this. City free kick. There was no assist. Digne slipped on the ball. Martinez catches the ball and will take 20 years to clear the ball, surely. What a catch from Martinez. Come on, final whistle, please. I knew we wouldn't get a clean sheet. I knew it. It's typical Villa that we won't get a clean sheet in a game like this. Tielemans got man of the match, by the way, which it shows you how good we've been today. Then, yeah, full time. Aston Villa get 3 points. I mean, the scoreline suggests it to be a lot closer than what it was. Villa have won the game by 2-1. And this is actually really nice as well, we'll say. Morgan Rodgers went straight over to Pep Guardiola. Obviously, Rodgers used to be at Manchester City. So I think that's nice to see. Villa deservedly were winners. And it's so frustrating to me to see a clean sheet go like that. Because Digne stands on the ball and slips over. In just typical Villa fashion is why we don't get the clean sheet there. But it is a win for Aston Villa, and we really needed that. That will boost the players' confidence through the moon. You guys have been amazing. For the final time today, I will say, please do follow the account. You know, there's not many, like I said, not many Villa channels on here. Not many. So if you haven't already, at least think about it, you know. If you hate Villa, I'm the person to watch if we get beat, you know. I'm miserable. Well, yeah, it has finished. It's 2. City scored. I forgot to chat. You know what? Just for the people in the chat, look. They did get a goal with 30 seconds to go. I forgot to put it in the scoreline. There we go. It's in the scoreline now. Doesn't matter. 3 points to Aston Villa is all that matters in the end. Up the Villa. Thank you all for watching. I'll make a video on TikTok just to give my thoughts on this game.